Round 1, Fancy Cloud Dancers versus Legio, Lepidoptera, Leviathan. First off for FCD, we have Fancy, Mobula, Hades in the center, paired with Dual Artemis, Light Carronade, and Gatling. Their ally is the Amplifier, Lumberjack Spire, Hades in the front, Light Flak, and Mine Launcher on the sides. Their opponents, Legio, Lepidoptera, Leviathan. Another Mobula here, GFA Flying Flounder. Mercury this time, 2 Artemis, and Gatling, Light Flak on the outer wings. Their ally, the Bamboozle Moth. Okay, let's zoom in here. Mark II Heavy Flax. Dose. Paired with the Gatling and a Mercury for armor piercing. As a high damage output ship. You know, honestly, their opponents are bringing a Spire and a Mobula. I don't know if you necessarily need double heavy flax. It seems a little overkill, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Already armor shots coming out from the Fancy. Amplifier taking a sneakier approach here from the south as both Triple L ships focus in on the red Mobula. I believe Amplifier is going to be obscured by clouds. Maybe just now. You can see the Spire off in the distance there, just peeking up. I wonder if blue team is going to... Certainly they see the Lumberjack shots now. And there goes the spot. Maybe a little late. Oh wait, already the Fancy died. Oh god, I gotta pay attention to what's happening. And now Amplifier, unless they get a fast kill here, blue team's going to be able to move in and pick up a second point. Balloon going down on the Bamboozle Moth. Thankfully for red team, there are a lot of clouds in this area of the map, so as soon as this spot goes down, it's going to be very difficult for Legio Lepidoptera to continue their fire. If we ever see this spot leave out. Fancy has spawned back in. Center map didn't take the southern close spawn, but he's moving in, and we already got, because Fancy does have a Hades rather than a Mercury. Mobula's going to have some good downward arc, so even poking up over the mountain here, they're still going to be able to support their ally Spire and get an armor break almost on the Flying Flounder. Flounder very heavily disabled here from the Artemis. 1 engine down, 3 guns down. Bamboozle Moth, oh, big heavy flak hit on the Spire as Bamboozle Moth tries to chase him down. Spire dropping the safety. Fancy moving in on the Flying Flounder. Gatling coming in with dual Artemis. One more shot, but the armor is rebuilt on the Flying Flounder. You see also a few light carronades going into the Flying Flounder as well. And Lumberjack taking down the Bamboozle Moth's balloon. Fancy deciding to leave the Flying Flounder, instead to dual focus the Bamboozle Moth with their ally. A little bit of damage here. Amplifier switching to the Mobula. And rather than going for the kill on the Flying Flounder, looks like FCD content to go for a slower engagement here. They feel like they have control over the situation. Flying Flounder is super low, and there they go. And now they can kill the Bamboozle Moth at their leisure. So one of the issues that we've been seeing a lot of with the Judgment, where Judgment cannot support itself. The ship is too slow. It has such a large vulnerable balloon. The guns are low down on the ship profile, so it doesn't have very good upward arcs. So once the ally is dead, Judgment is pretty much game over for the Judgment. And now a second point from FCD. Managing to turn that scenario around. What seemed like a little bit of a... the way the Spire and the Mobula split up at the beginning of the fight seemed a little bit sketchy at first. But because this southern area of the map is pretty well protected and there's so many clouds that it's hard to get that follow-up fire, even when Fancy died almost immediately, Amplifier was able to just back up, stay safe. Blue team maybe overcommitted a little bit trying to chase the Spire down. They were able to get safe behind the mountain. And then Fancy came in and just kind of took him out. You know, Hitman or Agent 47 style. And now Amplifier, again, they're going for kind of a split play, FCDR. Fancy pretty far back here. And both ships do have good long-range capabilities, so wherever FCD ships are going to be positioned, they will be able to hit targets, they will be able to coordinate focus with their ally. That's one of the advantages to bringing dual long-range loadouts. And here's some focus fire from Triple L onto the Spire. Spire's heavily damaged from the last fight. So if they lose their armor here, you remember Bamboozle Moth, dual heavy flak. If a single flak shot hits when your armor is down, that's it for the amplifier. So Spudnik, the pilot of the Spire, has to be very careful. And there's the armor break. Heavy flak, I think, taking down the armor, so they only got the secondary damage on the permanent health. Just barely staying alive. And now dropping down, trying to stay, because the other thing to note about Legio Lepidoptera's loadout is that their long-range piercing is dual merc. So if FCD keeps their ships at a low angle, the Mercury is not going to be able to do... The downward arcs are not going to be able to connect. And that's what Amplifier is doing here. The only problem with that is that because Spire is a lumberjack ship, as soon as the balloon goes down, Mercury suddenly comes back at the arc, which is a little bit of a problem. Amplifier rising up again, but I don't know if it's going to be... They're so low. They have no health. How are they? Literally one Gatling shot away from dying. But you saw as they knocked out the balloon, then suddenly Amplifier pops the hydrogen to minimize the window in which the mercs can actually connect, and boom, Blue Mobula goes down. This is the positioning. This is a Spire positioning 101. This is a tutorial here from the Amplifier. They say Spires can't dodge, but look at me now, Dad. Look at me now. And I think this is also going to be it for the Bamboozle Moth as well. Balloon is low, 30% promo hull. Flying Flounder takes a close spawn. They got to do something real fast here. Judgment's one main advantage is that it can tank for a pretty long time. So Flying Flounder has an opportunity if they can put on some damage onto the Fancy. But this is going to be tough because especially at close range here, Fancy has better Gatling positioning. Never mind, I lied. They have the exact same Gatling positioning as Flying Flounder, but good Artemis shot from taking down the Fancy's Gatling. And looks like Bamboozle Moth in background you see getting ground down by the Amplifier. Let's see if they can... I don't know which of these blue ships is going to end up dying first. It is the Bamboozle Moth. So the window... and you see in the top left, guns going down on the Blue Mobula. This is rough, because Amplifier is going to be engaging their long-range fire as well. There was a chance for Flying Flounder to win a 1v1, but I don't think there's any way they're going to win a 2v1. You see lumberjack shots coming in, 30% perma hull, Gatling, they're backing up. Armor's down again. Bamboozle Moth spawning close, but big light flax hits. And I think that's going to be about it for the Flying Flounder. A strong start to the match for Triple L, but FCD mounted a really strong comeback as well. Let me just use the word strong a few more times. Strong casting from me, I have to say. And so FCD will be moving on to face Skyborn Z in the winter semis. Legio Lepidoptera Leviathan will be seeing a little bit later in the losers bracket. Good luck to them.